Because I know you're wondering why we read and the evening and the morning were the first day. You see, for Pastor Friday, when they ask you about days, when you will speak as a man, what you will count as a day, you will say the morning and the evening were the first day. Because for you, a day is when you woke up and you did everything you want to do. You came to church, you did, then you went back to bed and you're about to sleep. For you, that's a day. But God said, and the evening and the morning were the first day. In other words, God does not count days like we count it. Are you listening to me? You see, but you see, beyond the counting of days, what I want you to see here tonight that is so important is the fact that God said, and the evening and the morning were the first day. In other words, the day for God begins in the evening. You see, the day starts for you when the light shows up and you go to work. But God said, for me, the moment you start your work when the light shows up, but I start my work in the dark. Oh my God, do you understand what I'm talking about? I begin to work from the darkness into the light. Oh, are you hearing me? Oh my God, are you listening to me? And the morning and the evening and the morning were the first day. Oh my God, I don't know who is here tonight, and it looks as if it's evening in your life. Oh my God, do you understand what I'm talking about? You are going through a lot at the moment. You are in a lot of debt. You don't even know how you're going to come out. Your marriage is on crisis. You don't know if you're going to get a divorce. Your job, they're already telling you your working place, we're going to downsize very soon, and you're scared of what may happen. Oh, diesel is now 800 naira per liter. Oh, you're wondering, how will I survive? How will my children go to school? It looks so dark all around you, and you're wondering, will I ever survive the night? I came with an announcement that it may be night all around you, but that is where God begins to work. Is somebody hearing me? He starts his work in the dark. So if you're in the dark right now, it's because God is working. Maybe I'm preaching to myself tonight. It's dark all around you. Oh, but God is somewhere around you. He's working, because for him the day starts in the evening and it ends up in the morning. And I believe that's why he said that weeping may endure until night. But don't worry, because in the night I'm working. In the night I'm doing something. Oh, I'm not sleeping. You may be sleeping, but the one that watches over you neither sleeps and he neither slumber. Don't get worried. I am walking, and while I'm walking, the day is approaching. The day is approaching. The day is approaching. Now, I'm not saying going through night times is an easy thing. That's not what I'm saying. But you see, when you have this knowledge, something happens to you. And you know what happens to you? The experience of the psalmist in Psalm 23 is what happens to you. You know what he said? He said, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, there's death all around me. I look around and there's deaths. Have you been to a cemetery before? Have you been to a cemetery before? You've been to a cemetery before. Even though, you know, you don't see the ghost, but I believe you just feel like there's something unusual about that atmosphere in the cemetery or even a mortuary. Do you understand what I'm talking about? He said, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I see death all around me. And you see, when you see death, naturally, you're supposed to be afraid when you see death. But the psalmist said, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because while I see death, I see someone else around me. He said, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. So I see death, but at the same time I see God. Or can I tell somebody here tonight that in the midst of what you're going through, God is right there with you. He's right there with you. He's right there with you.